What's happening, beautiful people? My name is Dirty Mike and welcome back to the journey where I'm building different squads as we progress through divisional play, get involved in some tournaments, and as always, I'm dropping feedback on which players are primetime performers and other guys that don't live up to that card value. Before we get into all that goodness, if you guys need Ultimate Team coins, check out UT Coins for you. The links will be in the description down below, and make sure to use the code MICHS09, MICHS09, in order to get an additional 5% off on every single purchase. For today's video, we've got the cheap agile squad. I'm getting back to the basics. Coming in at 36,000 coins, everyone should be able to remake and replicate. I love building the fun squads. I like the sweaty teams, but lately I've been doing a lot with expensive squad builders, mainly because of Team of the Season. I wanted to get on that hype. I wanted to try out some new players. You guys seem to be enjoying that, but I know that a lot of those squads are going to come in at a very high price. I think the last squad builder I made was like 5-6 million coins, and not everyone can really afford that. As he's got Team of the Season Martinez, as well as the informed 5-star skiller Moreno. Whew, gonna be interesting. And from kickoff, it didn't start well for me. I couldn't tackle Martinez. Takes a shot, ricochets into the path of Moreno, and I'm down 1-0. And whenever I build these new squads, that first half of my first match typically can either go over fantastic or vice versa. I'm just not used to the squad. Sometimes it takes a second to adjust, especially when you have a lot of lack of size. In this 3-5-2, I don't have that many big bodies. And if you guys could drop a comment and let me know which players do you guys think move the best in terms of quick turning and just swiftly cutting in between players, because that's what agility kind of measures. It really helps with skillers. I can't believe we didn't get a goal back there before halftime. We had to have a goal before halftime. We're down 2-0. It's been pretty even. I just couldn't get that last bit of my attack flowing. But let's talk about the squad. We've got Lopez in net. Really like him. I didn't think that he performed great. He didn't perform bad, as we do get sweaty. I've got to get that equalizer. My first opposition was very impressive. He was good, and I started the game poorly. So that's a very bad combination. That's a deadly combo. You don't want to do that to yourself. So we're trying to get back on this comeback streak as we equalize in the 86th. Very important. Nice left-footed finish here. I think that's actually from Brambilla, which is, I'll give him props. And we're going to extra time or penalty. Someone's going to get this W. We drop it off. Modric opens up his body. Anytime you see that animation, you know it's got a chance to go into the back of the net. And I just really enjoy using Modric this year, but we'll talk about that in just a bit. Lopez, pretty solid. You get what you pay for. 1,000 coins, no big deal. We moving on. Sergio Ramos is key for a 3-5-2. You need to have a center back that's fast, that has good agility, that can chase back, because the wings are going to be open. I also used the non-rare Moreno. He was okay. I can't remember anything he did that was out of the ordinary. I thought Perez was much better, but he's a very pacey center back as well, which is important on these outsides. 3-5-2, if you don't have speed in the center back spot, or you don't have very defensive orientated CDMs, and by very defensive, I'm talking about guys like Mikel, or even or Lucas, somebody that'll just sit back there and they're not even trying to score goals. They're just sitting right on top of the defense, as we get a nasty looking rebound. Not a good look, an ugly goal, and he didn't like it either. Connection lost. Get a rage quit. He did have, to be fair, quite a bronze squad. He had a bit of a starter team, and this is a weird squad that I'm going up here. He's got 8 bronzes, but then he's got Casillas in net, and then Neymar and Benzema, so he could easily afford the golds, and I'm not sure why he didn't go ahead and invest in those. Maybe I'm playing a YouTuber and he started some sort of series. And from kickoff, I love that little 1-2. Rodriguez cuts to the inside, and this is a big reason that I don't rate Casillas that high. He gives up a lot of long shots like that. And anytime the ball's about to bounce in front of the keeper, you know good things are going to happen in terms of the offensive player. And then we have Modric, who I think is the best player on the squad. He's very easy to use. He plays defense. He support runners. He can get forward. He can score goals. You name it. I am a fan of what Modric adds into the game. And then we also got Brambilla. And just look at Casillas here. We've hit the post once. We open up our body again. That's on the near post. Casillas should be saving that. Should be catching that. Pushing it over the goal. That should not have a chance of hitting the post. And then we've got Brambilla, who's a player I've never used before. He costs next to nothing. I think he cost me maybe 150, 200 coins. Get a little bit unlucky there on the penalty kick. And he's back into it. He's back into it even with the bronze players. It's tough to stop Neymar sometimes. Neymar and Benzema up top. It's not a bad combination. We get a chip though. We're firing back. We're firing back. But on the wings, we got Rodriguez. I think Rodriguez's upgraded card is pretty decent. I haven't made a full opinion, whether I think that it's outstanding, or I think that it's incredible, or I think that it's suspect, or it's not very good, or it's inconsistent. I haven't made that full decision yet, but I don't think it's better than his striker card, even though it's a silver. Oh, don't you doubt Modric, though. Don't you doubt him. That is just a beautiful thing. Once again, another reason I do not like Casillas. He gives up way too many goals like that. And we're just going to walk it around. I got a little bit cocky there. I probably could have passed it across or done something else, but that's what we did. We made it happen. I just felt like the game was flowing in terms of skill moves. Liete, I needed him to go ahead and put on a show. Bermudez on the outside, very disappointing player. I think that he might have had the highest agility on the team. I feel like he had like a 96, 97 for agility, but I didn't feel it. His execution of skills and stuff was not where it should have been. Ribeiro as a cam, okay. He was out there. He was doing his thing. Liete and Barola, I had skill runs with both of them, but neither of them were very dominant on the pitch. Like, I didn't feel their presence. But as for the squad, you got a lot of speed, you got a lot of quickness, and you have the skillers. It's pros. However, if you need to have the ability to cross, they are very undersized. They're not going to jump in the air. You're not going to get any of those AC goals, and the wings are going to be open on the counterattack. I went with Modric as my marquee player. It's hard to argue differently. He just did everything on the pitch to keep everyone flowing together. We were on the same page. He's very, very special for my attack and my defense. But if you guys enjoyed the video, drop a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow me on Twitter at MikeSo9USA, and I have a lot more content coming for you ASAP.